tingnan natin, alamin po natin kung ano talaga yung nangyaring pinakabagong insidente po ng panghaharas na naman ng China sa atin pong mga kasamahan na Philippine Coast Guard. Diyan nga ba ito sa Escoda Shoal? Alamin natin ang iba pang mga detalye kay Commodore J. Tariela. Magandang umaga po, Commodore.
Magandang umaga, DJ Cha and Sir Gerald, no? At sa mga taga-subaybay niyo po.
Sir, good morning po. Ano po ba nangyari po dito? Ano po bang nakarating po sa inyo na information?
Well, ang Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources Datu Sanday ay nag-carry out ng humanitarian mission na may objective na maghatid ng fuel, essential supply sa ating mga mais ng Pilipino para mas mapatagal nila ang paglalayag nila sa West Philippine Sea. So from Hasa-Hasa Shoal, nagtungo ang BRP Datu Sanday sa Escoda Shoal, kung saan may mga ilang mangingisda na gusto silang abutan ng ayuda. No? However, nung makareach sila ng distance between 10 to 15 nautical miles, no, sa Escoda Shoal, sinalubong na sila ng isang PLA Navy vessel at ng mahigit kumulang na 6 China Coast Guard vessels at 2 Chinese maritime militia. And then they were also subjected to dangerous maneuver and eventually resulted to intentional ramming. No? Napabalita sa amin na mahigit kumulang na 6 na beses na binangga ng China Coast Guard 21551 at 21555 ang BFAR vessel. At the same time, this BFAR vessel was also subjected to water cannon attack, no? ng 4202 and 4103. Na tumagal daw ng mahigit kumulang na 30 minutes. No? As a result of that jet stream water cannon attack, no, sa ating BFAR vessel, may mga nasirang navigation and communication equipment itong Datu Sanday. Dahil dito sa patuloy na harassment ng China Coast Guard nung panahon na papunta sila ng Escoda Shoal para to lapitan ng ating mga mangingisdang Pilipino, they decided to temporarily, no, stop yung pamimigay ng ayuda at nilisan nga nila ang Escoda Shoal. However, despite of them moving away from Escoda Shoal, alam na natin kung gaano katindi ang naging significant structural damage ng BFAR. And of course, the navigation and communication equipment, as I said, was also deranged because of the water cannon.
Sir, kumusta po yung mga sakay ng vessel ng BFAR?
Alam mo, Sir Gerald, nakakatawa yung yung naging tweet ng Global Times yesterday. They came up with a misleading information na sinasabi nilang may nahulog daw na personnel ang BFAR at kanila daw itong ni-rescue. And that's why, on the part of the Coast Guard, we immediately contacted Datu Sanday at kinumpirma namin kung nandun pa ba ang mga sakay nila and together with our media friends. And when we realized na kompleto naman sila, natuwa kami, no, na parang it just goes to show that China doesn't really hesitate, no, to come up with lies and misinformation para mai-project pa rin nila ang bansa nila na maayos at rumirespeto ng humanitarian consideration. And then a few minutes after, they deleted the tweet. No? It's very difficult for them to sustain that kind of lie. Dahil kung totoo talaga na ni-rescue nila, di sana may isinoli sila sa atin, no, na Pilipino. But since walang naging ganyang pag-rescue, nahiya na rin siguro sila sa sarili nila sa kasinungalingan nila, and then they decided to delete such posts.
O nga sir, bakit kailangan nilang gumawa mag-fabricate ng ganong information? Ito, nagrumorolyo ngayon yung video natin na talaga may nangyayaring maneuvers, nagpapaulan sila ng tubig dun sa vessel ng Pilipinas, and yet they come up with this kind of information. Ano po? Ganon sila ka frustrated kumbaga.
Alam mo, Sir Gerald, no? Ang intention lang naman ng China kung bakit nila ginagawa yan is that on the one hand, kapag sinasabi nila sila nagbabiolate ng batas, sila ang bully, sila ang unlawful, nagpapalabas sila ng mga statement nila na sinasabing the Chinese Coast Guard carried out a professional law enforcement function. And then ito yung pinakamalala. Nag-conduct sila ng rescue in the context of humanitarian consideration. So they want to hide yung talagang pangit na behavior ng China sa international community. That's why they are covering it with this kind of lies to at least paint their image in a positive light.
Sir, gaano katindi yung sira doon sa barko natin?
Well, we have yet to evaluate kung ano ang talagang naging impact nitong pambabangga ng China. Dahil we're still waiting for the BFAR vessel to reach its home port sa Bataan. And then from there, of course, our surveyors ng BFAR, they'll be the one to evaluate kung ano ang extent ng naging tama ng pagbangga ng China Coast Guard dito.
Sir, kung naun siya yung paghahatid ng provisions para dun sa mga sakay ng vessel ng BFAR, paano po yun kung hindi nakarating sa kanila yung goods?
Well, actually, sir, ang pinamimigay naman ng BFAR na fuel, pagkain, at mga gamot, ito ay ayuda lamang para mas tumagal ang pangingisda ng mga kababayan natin Pilipino. Because generally, ang ating mga islang Pilipino, whenever they reach that kind of places, basically it's 7 to 10 days lang. Ngayon, kung ang ginagawa ng BFAR, they provide additional fuel for the logistics for them to at least stay longer for additional 5 days at makapanghuli pa ng mas maraming isda na madadala nila sa Maynila.
Pero sir, itong ganitong incidents, parang linggo-linggo ng laman ng balita. Ano po? Ano po ba ang next steps po natin?
Well, alam mo, there are two ways for us to see this. On the first lens, we can see this that despite of the provocation and the illegal action of the Chinese government, our government forces, whether the Armed Forces of the Philippines, BFAR, and even the Philippine Coast Guard, are not deterred by those actions of China. Patuloy pa rin nating tinitindigan ang ating posisyon sa West Philippine Sea. On the other hand, we can also interpret this as China is really showing its true colors na for them, ang kanilang illegal action can be justified because they can be able to do so. Ibig sabihin, ang China no longer cares about the international law. Alam mo, lagi kong sinasabi, Skoda Shoal falls within our own exclusive economic zone. Ang ating deployment ng ating mga barko dito is in accordance with the United Nations Convention of the Law of the Sea and the 2016 Arbitral Award. And speaking of the Arbitral Award, ang China ay wala nang legal na basihan dito. It was clearly stipulated ng Arbitral Award na ang historical claim ng China ay walang basihan.
Sir, is this action something na magwawarrant ng pagpa-file ng another diplomatic protest on part of the Philippines?
Well, on the part of the Coast Guard and the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources, the only thing that we do is we submit an after operation report to the National Task Force West Philippine Sea. And of course, among the agencies na kasama natin sa NTF-WPS is the Department of Foreign Affairs and the Department of Justice. Kung sa punto de vista or sa evaluation ng DFA, it would warrant a diplomatic protest, then they are the right agency, to make such recommendation. Kung sa paningin naman ng Department of Justice, it would warrant a legal action on the part of the Philippine government. It is the authority of the DOJ to make such recommendation as well.
Sir, medyo marami-rami na tayong na-file na diplomatic protest against dito sa mga actions ng China. Sa observation niyo po, may nabago po ba?
Well, I think the question is, it should be like, why are we doing the diplomatic protest? Kasi para sa akin, it would be unfair, on the part of the Department of Foreign Affairs kapag sinabi natin walang nabago, hindi masyadong naging impactful, walang significance. I think for us to evaluate itong step na to is for us to understand why it is important for us to do this. Na-explain na to ng ating mga batikang diplomat sa Department of Foreign Affairs, na this diplomatic process is very important for our country to do dahil ito mismo ang nagiging ating evidence that we are going against, we are protesting the local activities of China in the West Philippine Sea. Kung hindi natin ito gagawin, it is short of saying parang hinahayaan lang natin silang gawin ito.
Ayun, at least mas malinaw ngayon. Commodore, yung binabanggit niyo po kanina na hindi totoo na yung statement ng China na may nalaglag na kawani ng BFAR at sinagip nila, aside from that, kung hindi po totoo yun, meron ba tayong mga kasamahan sa Philippine Coast Guard at BFAR na nasaktan dito po sa pang-water cannon at pagbangga ng Chinese vessels? Sa mga barko po
isama
natin?
na rin natin ang ating mga mga media friends na kasama sa mission na to.
Oo nga po, meron din.
With my conversation last night with the commanding officer of the vessel, nabanggit niya naman na nananatiling high spirit ang ating mga kasamahan and our media friends. Walang injury na napabalita sa mga sakay ng barko at nananatili silang ligtas nung nagkaroon ng insidente na ganito.
Saan po nga ba patungo itong mga barko ng Philippine Coast Guard nung time na nakagitgitan po nila yung Chinese vessel?
Well, ang BFAR vessel, DJ Chano, Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources vessel ito. Nanggaling ito ng Pag-asa Island, bumaba ng Hasa-Hasa Shoal. Mas mababa ito sa Skoda. No? And then, patungo sila dadaanan nila basically talaga ang Skoda. For them to meet up with another vessel sa may Iroquois Reef o sa may bandang Recto Bank, no? On their way back to Bataan. So, as far as our vessels are concerned, no, we are passing through our own exclusive economic zone.
At hindi dapat ginawa ng China yon dahil i-easy yan ng Pilipinas, just like dun sa mga nakaraang aksyon nila. Ganun pa rin. It's the same thing.
Yes, DJ, walang dahilan ang China para mag-carry out ng mga ganitong agresibo at paglabag ng batas ng international law para i-prevent ang ating government vessels in passing through this water.
Oo. Ang agenda ng BFAR passing through that shoal na binabanggit niyo po kanina, Haka-Haka, if I heard it right.
Hasa-Hasa.
Oo. Ano po ba ito? Maghahatid pa rin ng supplies sa ating pong mga kasamahan sa Philippine Coast Guard?
The BFAR vessel is actually roaming around in the entire West Philippine Sea. Every time na may makita sila mga mais ng Pilipino, nilalapitan nila ito, nagbibigay sila ng ayuda.
Pati raw po yata mga mangingisdang Pinoy itinaboy ng China nung panahon na yan?
Yes. When the Filipino fishing vessels are grouping together, no, dito sa may vicinity ng Skoda, itinaboy din sila, and of course the BFAR vessel was also harassed na at the same time.
At yan yung laging na-experience sa mga Filipino fishermen natin dyan sa area ng Escoda Shoal.
Well, yes, especially nitong mga nakaraang linggo. Kung saan ang China ay patuloy na nagsasabing dapat ay alisin natin ang BRP Teresa Magbanwa.
Susugan ko lang po, Commodore, yung tanong kanina ni GDP na parang hindi na yata enough itong mga diplomatic protests natin. Napag-uusapan na po ba kung ano pang ibang pwedeng gawin dito po sa patuloy na pang-aharas ng China?
Well, definitely, DJ Cha, no? Our national government is formulating different strategies. No? Ang ating Department of Foreign Affairs ay mga batikang diplomat. They can come up with different approaches for us to be able to have a much more peaceful negotiation with the People's Republic of China. Ganon din naman ang Department of National Defense and the Armed Forces of the Philippines. They're also doing tremendous efforts to counter and deter the Chinese aggression. I think it's not fair to say na ang tanging naging effort lamang natin dito ay isa publiko ang mga ganitong maling activities ng China. I've always mentioned, no, ang transparency efforts natin as we publicize this kind of actions of China is not just allowing the Filipino people to be aware of what's happening, but it also pressures the international community to do more. No? For those like-minded states that value the liberal values and the rules-based order, it also pressures them to contribute more to make sure that China will still align and adhere to the international law.
So rest assured, dire-diretso po ang efforts ng Philippine Coast Guard at ng iba pang mga ahensya ng gobyerno para patuloy na labanan itong mga, kumbaga, paano ba natin i-describe ito? Parang patindi na pambubuli ng China sa atin just sa West Philippine Sea. Maraming salamat po sa effort, Commodore J. Tariela.
Maraming salamat, DJ.
Maraming salamat. Again, si Commodore J. Tariela.
Ted Filon at DJ Chacha. Ngayon, nasa Radyo 5, 92.3 News FM. Monday to Friday, 6 to 10 a.m.